Hey guys, what's up? Finally got some fraps here. Want to show you around our base a little bit. Been wanting to show you for a while. My name's Zeigbo. I'm here in the orange,
And I'm Ghost in the green.
and we're gonna just show you around a little bit. So let's get started. Oh, okay. Is that how it's gonna be? All right. Um, well, I'll start with the statues here. Ghost, why don't you tell us a little bit about these?
Well, these are replicas of the skins I made on my iPod. Um, yeah, the orange one here is pretty expensive. I actually used uh, blocks of metal for all the colors. So these orange blocks for the head are actually bronze blocks, and sword is composed of lead blocks, iron blocks, and tin blocks. So it was a pretty expensive statue to make. I'm not sure the total blocks that it actually took, but um, can also go up inside them and check them out. I was gonna put windows in the eyes, but it didn't look as good from the outside, so I don't know. They're not quite finished yet. Still,
Still think it'd be cool if we put fire coming out of the eyes up here.
fire would be cool.
Anyway, maybe we'll do that some other time. Um, So
Yeah,
yeah, he erected both of these statues almost freaking overnight. He threw this one up, and I was logged on the next day. I was like, "Holy crap!"
I think the hardest part of them was getting the arm right with all the different slabs and everything else that I'd use to make that angle. That sucked, but other than that, they were pretty simple. So they're a pretty good addition to any base. So
Definitely look good. Makes it look legit. Um, so before we get into our main base over there, we got this tower over here that Ghost also built. Originally this was gonna be for some HV arrays up here on the top, and mass fabricator making the UU, but
yeah, we wanted to make a specific building for the HVs since we were kind of running out of room on our main building there. So yeah, we were like, all right, we're gonna build a whole separate building that's gonna house all of our HVs. And I had this great idea that I wanted it to look like the Lucky 38 casino from Fallout New Vegas. So built that, making it way bigger than we even originally had planned. And actually, it turned out to be way too small. It doesn't house nearly as many HVs as we figured out that we needed. So,
yeah, so I sadly was like, hey, I'd like to build one that can hold like something around 1,000 or more HVs arrays, and we're like, well, this isn't gonna do it. So now it's just kind of chilling here. It's got a nice little bed up here if anyone wants to take a nap, listen to some music. But for right now, it's not really being used. Um, so then, let's take you into the base here. Took us a while to get the design down. We're not really all that great on setting up some of our buildings, but we got this one.
really
Ghost made
bad
this,
design.
yeah, original design was really bad. Like, really bad. But this one gets the job done. Still not quite finished with everything, but one of the first things he put in was this awesome floor.
Yeah, it's made out of, I think, emerald or green sapphire covers. And then these are black inverted lamps.
And, yeah, I just had to decorate it with some creeper heads bordering the walls. And our friend's head on the wall here, too.
Shit off.
So,
Cough during the video.
it'll be alright. So now, laser room. Just a little quick tour here. Little plant room. Not really using that anymore. This is half liquid storage, half other random stuff that we were messing with. um, this room we were trying to set up. Well, actually, it was all Ghost. He was setting up stuff of kind of our progression through things that we used. So, yeah, why don't you tell him about this wall right here?
Yeah, so I mean, in case you guys are wondering, this is complete survival mode server that we play on. So I mean, just like anybody else, we started with the wooden pickaxe and we worked our way up here. And I try to make like a progression of all the tools that we used over here. So I mean, started using electricity with the electric drill, then figured out the laser rifle there, and after that, I think Zeigbo here started building power armor, and we got to the power tool, which
Oh
found
yeah,
out was incredible. But then stumbled on some of the more advanced stuff. Got the miner and the quarry up there, and then finally to where we're at now, we got UU matter making everything. We don't really. We actually just brought back quarries because they
unfortunately.
introduced some new stuff, and we needed some quartz. So.
I hate
Yeah,
setting up quarries so much.
and then over here is just a wall of our progression of weapons, which we got to the nano sword, and after the nano sword, switched back to the power tool because they put this freaking awesome railgun on it, and there's no reason to have anything else.
Hey, stop it.
And this wall was gonna be armor, but I haven't finished it yet, so I start too
Yeah,
many projects and they just never get done.
would you stop it?
Sorry, I just enjoy that.
Alright, anyway. Now that we're done shooting each other here. Um, bringing it back to this side of the base. This is pretty old technology back here. We don't use it really anymore. This was our original project room. We used to have chests lining the walls and some auto crafting tables in here. But now it's just kind of like
Yeah, we left a couple of machines just in case we felt like
yeah.
something old school or something.
If you want to cook some stuff in a furnace, then you can throw it in there. Macerator. Got the old charging bench. But
Good times. Good times.
yeah. Anyway, we got away from that. But here was our main power for a long time. Might recognize this design. Put out like what 4360 EU per T.
Yeah, it's
And
pretty much the best you can get out of a nuclear reactor.
so we had that run for a while. But we don't use it anymore. I'll
It
show you
was,
why
it was
later.
absolutely fully automated, restocked itself with everything. The repair the LZHs and replace the quad cells in there all by itself without us needing to do anything. So
Yeah, it
yeah,
worked really good before that last update. But
yeah, the update kind of screwed us, but I got it. I got it fixed anyways.
and then we stopped using it again.
Yeah.
And then he set up the breeder reactor over here. This thing was used quite a bit. We've got a ton of re-enriched uranium cells. We've got
Oh,
like
yeah.
5,000 in storage that were just kind of chilling there.
Yeah, as
But
you can see over here, I got this thing sitting at 63,000 degrees. So it I think it makes two at a time. And it makes them pretty quick.
yeah, it does pretty good.
I think it makes two every 30 seconds or a minute. I forget. It's been a while.
I think it was like a minute. But yeah, there's that. Um, I just kind of transferred this room into a huge water thing because I had nothing else to do with it. Previously, it had what's in this room, the power core here that you might recognize from the Minecrafters. Stole their design, used it for a little while, but thought we'd just leave this one in here just to look at it from time to time, see what it used to look like. Let's go upstairs and show the power going to the base. Show them how that all works. What we have here is, I forget how many, a butt ton of MFSUs, so that it can power our base all through the night with the stored energy. And then on top, we got 120 HV arrays that replenish all of those during the daytime if we used up any of that power. So
I think we actually even added enough that it can rain for 1 or 2 days and we should still be fine
oh yeah.
without running out of power.
Well,
Our
that
base
is,
uses a lot of power though.
well, when we're making HV arrays, it does. When we're making HV arrays, it'll pull up to 30,000 EU per T. And we'll show you how that works here in a minute.
That's not including UU production or anything. That's just running furnaces and macerators.
Yeah, that's just to make the materials for the HV arrays. Over here on this side is all the buildcraft power. I absolutely hate this stuff. Got a similar setup to over there where these will recharge these MFSUs overnight, and these are all just sending power out. If you guys have questions about that, I can answer questions later, but I won't get into that right now. Other than that, we've just got a Tesla over here. There's also a Tesla right there that I added, and one in this room.
We actually had pretty significant range on those, but we had to shorten it up considerably for a project that we will show you later downstairs.
Yeah, we'll show you why we couldn't have those at a huge distance as we previously did. Let's get down into the brains of our operations here.
All right.
We still haven't made a very good way to get down here.
Yeah,
we've been pretty lazy.
Stairs situation and stuff is terrible.
So we just got this hole in the floor. It works.
And here it is.
We previously had an all logistics system set up, and just recently I decided to kind of start transferring stuff into the new energistic stuff so we can store everything right here where we're walking. This used to all be a wall of freaking diamond chests that was nearly up to the ceiling. So we condensed all that down into this one drive bay here with our discs. And whoa, wow, you might have noticed this. This is our UU production coming in. We'll show you that in a minute. Let's see how much we got right now. Oh my god, we're over 4 million now? I checked that last night and it was like 3.5 million.
That's 4.25 million.
Yeah, we got quite a bit coming right now. So we'll show you how that works in a minute.
Don't be jealous.
So one of the cool things I want to show you guys is how fast we can make an HV array. So I'm going to get one going here, but first, to show you that it's all going to be made from the UU and not any spare resources. I'm going to take all the extra stuff out. So you can see there's only shards of minium and UU matter in the system. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to order one right now and you can see how it's going to work here. Oh my god, there's so many stuff. Gotta actually search for it now. Oh no, there it is. Never mind. Okay, so I'm going to request one of those. Request successful. I'll start to see everything start to flow here. So it's going to start making some tin, copper, and also make gold, which will then turn into the iron. So the gold's going to get shot over here, turn into iron.
Yeah, it's much more efficient on your UU if you use gold to make iron instead of UU to make iron.
Oh yeah, it was something like a difference of, I think it was like 7,000 more UU per HV array.
Yeah, so you save considerable amounts of UU by turning it into gold and then to iron. So
yeah.
In order to do that with the new patch, though, we had to come up with a better way to get some minium, which will come into play later.
Yeah, we'll show you that here in a minute. But so this is going. We'll just let that go for a minute and show you. You know, why don't we just go ahead and show them the stuff downstairs?
All right.
All right. I'll start by going through the little hatch here. This is our observation hatch, and turn night vision on. You can see we've got 4 different spawners in here that Ghost painstakingly pulled into the bottom of the base here.
Yeah,
Uh,
first I had to go find those bees, and then I had to move them about 300 meters each.
yeah, I helped him a little bit, but he did most of it himself.
It took a while.
Quite a while. That was a good night. So, yeah, we pulled all those down here, and these are why we had to shorten the range on the Teslas, because if we had them any longer, then they'd be able to shoot these down here, and then they wouldn't drop the minium shards.
Yeah,
So,
Teslas. Anything that dies by Tesla or anything else won't drop a minium. They have to be killed by a player or by this machine that
it's the deployer.
we're using right now. Deployer with the
Yeah.
laser rifle.
I'll show you that over here. We'll hatch to get down to that. We've got it set up so that it's shooting straight down the path here, and then all the items come down into here. Or alternatively, I could turn this system off and turn the grinder on and get more mob essence if I wanted to. I spent a while trying to design a good way to switch between the two, but the best way is just have two different switches, it seems like. So, that's what this whole setup is. So we got the grinder or the deployer that we can use to grind mobs coming in. And so with those in place, we're able to, keep our minium going. You won't be able to see it right now because I took all the discs out, but we have something like 25,000 shards of minium right now. And so yeah, if you see here, the HP array is nearly done. It's just kicking out a little bit more iron and copper. Copper is the last thing that'll get finished in the process. Here, let me put my goggles on. And
Ooh, only 13 left.
so yeah, that's the rate that I'm making the solar panels, then into the solar arrays, and eventually I'll get up to that. But let's see, there's only 200 copper left.
It's gonna finish here in like 10 seconds.
Yeah. I timed it once. Takes 3 minutes and 20 seconds for us to make one HP array, which I think is pretty darn good.
From scratch.
Right, from
If
absolutely
we have
nothing else.
if we have materials from quarries or something, obviously it's like cut in half or better.
Yeah,
If it
there
doesn't.
is. So, I at one point had this system set up to automatically pull HV arrays out and throw them in this chest, so that way it would just make one HV array after another. And so I'm gonna go ahead and throw these discs back in and show you guys. I mean, I just had that running for a few days, and HV arrays are, yeah, we've got 628 HV arrays right now, just chilling in our.
Because we don't really have a place for them right now.
Yeah. So
We need to work on our second HV station.
yeah.
As you can see, our UU production is pretty satisfactory at the moment, so it's not a huge concern.
Yeah, let's go ahead and show them our
Well, we
UU
can
production.
Do you want to look at the ME stuff over here first?
This was just me experimenting, see how fast the ME system would make an HV array. So this is all the stuff that I set up for that.
It was considerably slower, so we decided against that, right?
The fastest I had it was like 15 minutes, I think, to make
Instead
one
of
HV array.
3 minutes and 20 seconds.
Right. I mean, I could go into the details of why it does that, but for now I'll just leave it at the logistics system does it faster. So that's
You should
that.
should have seen our base back when we were using some Buildcraft pipes.
Oh
Or
gosh,
the pneumatic tubes. Junk.
I hate those things. All right, well, we're gonna take this door here. It takes us to our.
We still need to work on this door because it looks.
Yeah, we're gonna move that around. It's just kind of chilling here, but for right now, it gets the job done. If you see, we're just above our base to the side here, and you probably saw it earlier in the distance. But this is our UU factory, basically. What we have here is Mr. Ghost set up all of these lamps. he did that in like one freaking night. I thought it was gonna be like a 3-day project, and I get on the next day and there's all these lamps up here. I was like,
Yeah,
oh my gosh.
I got kind of carried away. I didn't go to
So
bed early that night, that's for sure.
so he got that all set up for me, and I just got the HV arrays going. And as you can see here, there's quite a few HV arrays on the top of
What's
this board.
amazing about the circular or spherical setups for the HVs is it doesn't look like that many, but it is an incredible number.
Yes, there is just under 1,500 HV solar arrays right there. Which took us, I don't know, it was like about a week maybe to get all those pumped out.
I'd say it was longer than that.
Anyway, it took us a little while
Maybe
to get
2
this.
weeks.
Took us a while to
Because
get that
obviously, the more HVs you have, the faster the HV production goes. So
right.
back when we only had like 100 or 200, our UU production was still pretty slow. So we weren't making HVs that fast.
Well, let's go inside, see how it looks from the inside here. What's all going on? So here's our little entrance shaft here. And from the inside you can see all the wiring coming down. Tried to make it look as good as possible, and that's the best that I could come up with, still making it look nice. And oh, I don't have my EU reader on me. Wait, is that in that? Yeah, I got one.
I got one. You can have mine.
Oh, I got it. I thought I did anyway. Oh, there we go. Okay. Yeah, you can hold on to yours. So, what we've got here is, in each of these 4 outlining spheres, each one of these has a mass fabricator in them. And each one of these mass fabs is getting about, well, it averages out to about 190,000 EU per T. So you can see there. So each of these is getting about 190,000 split evenly from that. And believe me, when you're switching around these wires and it's got to compute where the power is going to go, it makes it lag. So, I tried to do most of the wiring at night so it wouldn't lag while I was doing it, but see, we are using scrap boxes. They disappear pretty quickly, but man, I'm gonna have to show you the scrap fields too. All right, well, we'll get to that. But
it is 4:30, just for your information.
I know, it'll be alright.
Alright.
So each of these sending the UU up there. It's getting sent to our base, and so yeah, there's 4 of these. We got deep storage unit to hold excess scrap that gets produced overnight. And so yeah, each of these, we got 4 of these kicking all that out. And let me just show you how we're managing.
Well, what's the maximum? What's the maximum EU per T you can have in a mass fabricator before it explodes? Just what is the reason why we have 4?
Well, according to the wiki,
it says you can explode
500,000 EU per T will blow up one of these things. Well, it never gets to that point. I had up to 275,000 going into one of them, and at that point, it will not take any more power. It'll actually make the HV arrays stop putting out as much power as they can. So it actually restricts the power that they get.
Power at that point.
Right. So that's why I split it up into 4 different ones.
Yeah.
So 4 different ones, each getting nearly 200,000 EU per T. Only runs during the daytime. So during the nighttime, it's shut off, and this will build up some scrap overnight. So let's show you how the scrap's getting made. And we don't actually have a nice teleport spot for that, but we're just gonna fly over there real quick. It's only 500 meters away.
I don't even have the waypoints.
I just had to turn it back on. What we have here, once it loads.
Let's see. What's the coordinates on that?
I'm at.
Oh wait, I think I found it. I think I found it.
Oh yeah, you're right there. Oh, there we go. It finally freaking loaded. And what we have here is this is a scrap station that I've set up. It has 420
igneous extruders.
which all go to one central location to turn into scrap boxes, and then those are sent to the mass fabs. So I have two of these
Well,
stations.
how many recyclers are you using for this many igneous extruders?
I've got 15 recyclers, all with 10 overclockers in them, and
How many HVs powering that with?
it takes quite a bit. So I've got 6 HV arrays per station here, along with 6 MFSUs. So that'll keep it running all day, all night, and scrap is always coming in. And as you can see, it's a little bit laggy around here, but it's not terrible. But the reason why these are way out here in the desert is because they do lag. So we got it being sent remotely to where we need it, and that way when we're not here, we're not being lagged down. So
We do have a dimensional anchor out here, but it doesn't cause us to lag at our base.
right,
So
it's only when you're here causes localized lag. The server is able to handle it, thankfully.
so if you
So
guys if you guys are wanting to build some huge scrap stations, we recommend building them at least 300-400 meters away from your base.
right. So
And
if you look
hot,
around, I've just got a few of these out here. There's a total of 8 of them. So each mass fab is getting scrap fed in basically from 840 igneous extruders. So it's a pretty significant amount of scrap coming in, and they did take me a while to set up. But once you got them set
how
up,
far apart do you have the stations from each other?
I never really made a specific distance. I just kind of went
Like,
until it wasn't laggy.
yeah,
So it looks like it's about 100 or 200 meters
well, maybe 100
somewhere.
meters.
Yeah. Anyway, so that's our scrap production. Ooh, careful! Don't let that guy. Oh, I do not want to have to remake that stuff. All right, so that pretty much wraps up all of our base. Did I forget anything?
uh,
Oh, we need to show him our logo.
oh yeah.
We made this awesome logo. We haven't even showed it yet, and I'm lost because I have my waypoints turned off. Okay, there we go. We are calling ourselves the Mine Crashers. For any of you who recognized,
Get it?
for anyone that recognized our characters here. So there's our logo, Mine Crashers. This is our first video, so if you guys have any questions, want to know how anything works, just let us know, and we'll tell you.
We're gonna try to throw some more tutorials up for some random stuff. See what you guys just like or want to see more of. So
Yeah, I was gonna tell you guys about some other stuff that we just couldn't go into detail with. So, if there's anything in specific you guys want to know about, let us know. We'll make it, and I think that wraps it up. So, you guys take it easy.
peace.